Hey, man, what's weapons? You know about that? What's up?
I don't know.
Was that the intro? Did we
Yeah, I
start?
just started recording
Okay.
exactly when you started to reset on your sarcastic what your intro would sound like.
Okay, so all this is in the intro?
No, this is all in the intro.
That's cool.
Did you draw something?
I suppose I have.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So recently I watched a horror movie. You might have heard of it. It's called Weapons. It's
Yeah.
about weapons. Actually, there's only one weapon that appears in the film.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a halberd?
No.
What?
It's an assault rifle. Anyway,
Oh.
so I've done a little... Yeah, I know. I've done a little speed draw. Actually, no. There's a cop in it. He has a gun, too. Never mind. It's just not emphasized. We can cut this out.
So really just guns?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Unless you count children as weapons.
I do.
All right, let's
I
get into it.
famously do.
I've made a little slideshow.
Made a slideshow?
Yeah, just to show like my sort of sketches.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I
Holy
suppose
production value.
we'll look at that. Well, you know, I like to get a little fancy with things.
Okay.
Welcome to my presentation on
Yeah.
my speed draw of the movie Weapons,
Uh-huh.
2025.
I'm so excited. Oh.
Yeah. So Weapon Speed Draw
Ah.
by Jacob. That's me. Let's get into it. So these are my sketches. I was going with something a little more, trying to be a little spooky. Trying to make the viewer kind of uncomfortable within reason.
We love making the viewer feel uncomfortable.
You know, because like it's a horror movie, so there's certain aesthetics you want to kind of get in there. But not like I'm gonna show someone being stabbed over and over on a poster. That's crazy.
That's good. I don't think I want to see that.
I don't think many people do.
Viewers, I'm not a big horror guy.
and as such, this poster's kind of been tailored towards that.
Yeah.
If you know it's a horror movie, it's a horror movie. But
I'm
there's
so
nothing like
ready.
gross. So this is the sketch I picked. This
Pilot.
This is a main figure in the movies. I guess spoilers a little bit for the movie Weapons.
Okay, yeah.
This lady's kind of an antagonist.
No.
This young man is Alex, and he's kind of like stuck in the middle of a lot of bad things happening, and so he's like, "Oh,
Hello.
I'm here."
Hello, little boy.
And then so this is the sketch I did.
Wow.
It's the pencil drawing I did. And then let me
It's
quickly
such a
pull
cool
up the video.
change. Like seeing the sketch to the like, holy whoa.
Yeah.
That's done.
It's so satisfying a process to be like
Yeah.
a little tiny sketch, this big thing. All right. So
Wait a
let's get
minute.
into the video.
Hold up.
Wait, what's going on?
If you're not comfortable sharing, that's okay.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
All right.
He's repressing.
So he, you can't tell people that. They have to figure it out for themselves.
Okay.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, when I start inking, I like to start with kind of big shapes.
Yeah.
Never really getting into the nitty gritty, and I like to like move around a lot just to ensure that I'm building up each area appropriately, just in terms of like line quality and yeah, just general vibe and look and looking
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Right off the bat, it's so cool that you started traditionally for this. I love
Ah.
starting traditionally. Like seeing you do more traditional in a speed draw makes me want to do more traditional stuff in my speed draws because I love traditional.
It's so much fun.
I love
It's
paper.
I do too. It really harkens back to like just scribbling with crayons on like a
Yeah.
coloring book.
Mhm.
It's so much fun, and I just
Yeah.
love the feeling of
Yeah.
pen on paper
Yeah.
or pencil on paper.
Harkens back to the days where they'd put you in your underwear on your grandma's floor with a big sheet of paper, and they're like, "Here's some paint,"
Yeah.
and then you paint a horse.
Just go crazy,
with
kid.
your hands.
Did you paint a horse with your hands?
I painted a horse with my hands
That's
on the
delightful.
floor of my grandmother's house in the
Whoa.
kitchen,
In your underwear.
in my underwear,
Wow.
on the floor,
You can't be contained.
no clothes.
That's beautiful. If you had to assess it nowadays, would you say it's a good horse?
I remember it being a horse.
Heck yeah.
And then when my little cousin, is that how they're related to me?
Sure.
When they looked at me and said, "Draw a unicorn," I was able to whip out a unicorn like first try. So I think it worked. I
Props
think I
to
got
you. I drew a horse
Oh,
recently.
we're on the teeth.
We're on the teeth. Yeah. You don't see her teeth for a while. And then there's like I know. And then there's a bit where she's like in Benedict Wong's like office. He's the principal at their elementary school.
Excellent.
And she lets out a big laugh, and it's like, oh, she seems like kind of like a welcoming presence. And then you see her do a big laugh, and it's kind of scary. And she's got very like filed down teeth. It's very gummy.
I like filed down teeth is not a vibe you'd expect for horror, which is why it's so scary.
Agreed. Very much agreed. It's the entire movie takes place, you know, in a small town, in an elementary school, in a grocery store. You know, it's not like a horror movie. There's no big haunted house. There's a house, but it's
That's
not
excellent.
haunted.
Because the scariest things happen right outside your door.
It's true.
And worst case scenario, right beyond your door in inside direction.
It's true. And yeah, it kind of touches on a lot of like current stuff, real world stuff. Like the movie opens, like the premise of the movie is all the kids from this one elementary school class just got up one night and ran into the woods, and nobody knows where they are.
How saucy.
How saucy. And so the school's like having like a town hall meeting to discuss what's happening, and all the parents like immediately like dogpile on the teacher of that elementary school class, and this poor woman is just like breaking down.
Yeah.
That's like the first like 20 minutes of the movie. It gets better from there. Yeah.
Good.
She goes on a whole adventure. It's not always happy, but you know, they get the guy in the end.
Yay.
And by the guy,
a happy story.
I mean Gladys here. Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to play around a little bit with composition, where I was going to work in some elements, because you know it's a movie poster. You want to kind of get a lot of different characters across. There's some recognizable actors in there, which I don't usually concern myself with, but like I like all the people in this movie, and I like all their performances, so I wanted to try to sneak them in there as much as I could.
Right. And actors, if you were watching something and you don't recognize yourself, it's because Jacob decided he didn't like your performance, so he decided not to concern himself with you.
I'm so sorry to the actor who played James, who's like the drug addict guy. I couldn't find a way to sneak you in there. I'm so sorry to Benedict Wong's husband. I couldn't find a way to sneak you in there. So sorry to Alex's parents. Alex, the little boy.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you were telling a horse story before, and I made you talk about horror.
Oh, that's okay. I drew a horse recently. As you saw, we have a whiteboard on our fridge. And I drew a horse.
The horse.
Yeah.
And you drew a horse's shadow, which is basically two horses.
That's true. I took so long on this horses. I was just sitting down on my couch in the living room, just like, that leg's not right. Let me dedicate 20 more minutes to this silly drawing. So we got Benedict Wong up there in the corner doing his famous Benedict Wong scream and eyes popping out of his head.
Long scream that everyone knows and loves.
Exactly.
And has seen.
And we've got Julia Garner, who plays Justine Gary. I can't remember the character's last name, but she's the elementary school teacher. There's a bit where like she's watching Alex walk home. She's like following him in her car because she knows like something's up.
That ain't right.
It's true.
In the context of the movie, I'm sure it's fine, but that ain't.
It's not fine. Benedict Wong tells her like, "Hey, you're being really creepy right now. Go home. You're following children home." And she's like, "There's something wrong with this kid." Turns out she's in the right because there is something obviously wrong. But like, yeah, from the outside perspective,
I can't believe I was right to say something was probably fine in context, and then you told me it wasn't, just so that you could tell me that it was.
Well, in the real world context, that's
what I feel like that's what I said, and then I said in the context of the movie, I'm sure it's fine, and then you were like, no, but then you're like, it is.
I felt like I needed to explain a little bit more detail.
We don't think that people should follow kids even if you know them.
Agreed. That's a good stance to take. But yeah, so that's the scene of her in the car.
Dang, I'm thinking of exceptions to my own rule. I just need to drop this before it gets weird.
Let's do that.
Like if the kid is wandering into the woods that have been abandoned and there's toxic waste.
So yeah, I'm including some more symbols from the movie. She has like this plant that she travels around with. It's a very witchy movie, which they don't tell you right off the bat, but it's kind of a cool thing as you keep watching. It gets witchier and witchier.
Love it.
And so she's got this like big thorny plant that she travels around with, and that's how she's able to like control people and use them as, say it with me now, weapons throughout the rest of the movie. Yeah, it's cool. It's neat. And then yeah, I got a little darker in there with the inking. I wanted to add a little contrast. When I work traditionally. And I'm building up lines separate from colors. Want to make the lines work on their own, you know?
Yeah.
Not wholly dependent on the colors.
Yeah. Because line is its own element of art. Like
true.
it's is something that stands like besides color, not something that is reliant on color. And
It's true.
Sometimes I think we forget that the line is as part of the arts.
Agreed. So now I'm drawing Alden Ehrenreich pulling needles out of his face.
Ew.
'Cause
leave them in there, bud.
He gets stabbed so many times with needles throughout the course of this
in
movie.
like a cool acupuncture way.
Oh, in
no.
the way that like he's a cop and he's the drug addict guy I talked about before. He's like frisking the drug addict guy and he's like, "Is there anything in your pockets?" And the guy's like, "No, there's nothing in my pockets." And so Alden Ehrenreich goes to reach into the guy's pockets and it just immediately gets stabbed with a used needle. And then he just kind of sits there with his eyes wide and then just swings on the guy and knocks him out in full view of the dashboard cam of his cop car.
Yikes.
It's a lot of stuff happens. There's a theme of like bad people doing bad things.
I don't like it.
And having kind of a persona of like everything is fine on the surface. Which pun intended, plays into the story that goes on with Alex about how like this lady has kind of taken over his life in a way he doesn't always enjoy. Yeah.
Wow. That's very well thought out plots, and you got a good insightful take on it seems.
Yeah.
I was just making that face through the whole description because I was thinking about used needles.
Yeah. It's best not to think about them or how many times he gets poked with them in the movie. So she uses a bell to also control people. To like make them do things. Yeah.
You know, viewers, if I heard a bell rung like that at me, it would make me do things.
Yeah.
You could control me with any old bell.
Run down the street in like a panic trying to find somebody.
Oh, for sure. It's like if every time I hear a bell, I run out of my house screaming. Yeah.
The ringing of the bell commands you.
It does. It really does.
Yeah. So now I'm painstakingly drawing a lot of branches of a plant. Took me a while.
That's a lot of branches.
It's a lot of branches.
It serves as a great background.
Thank you. Originally, I was gonna have nothing in the background, and I was like, "There's got to be something."
Yeah.
Because I was just gonna do like a color, like gradient or something like that, or add a little texture. But I decided to do more because I'm more of a maximalist.
I know.
Art.
Spoiler alert for like the drawing that I'm gonna do for our next video.
Yeah.
I too was considering I could do no background. I've seen beautiful things of just blank, but like backgrounds that really support the drawing up front.
Absolutely.
And yet I was like, no, I need to cover the whole thing.
If there is an inch of this drawing that is not covered by ink, I have failed as an artist.
Here at Comics by Candlelight, we are maximalists.
It's true. It's true. That's one of the reasons why I decided to keep Alex like kind of line light, really only focusing on the eye and the nose and the brow, whereas Gladys, the woman up here, is like entirely covered in stuff just to kind of separate them out a little bit.
Yeah, and that works very well.
Thank you.
Like, oh,
yeah,
and it kind of like, and I'm making an assumption about the movie. I'm making an assumption about the movie here. I assume the blankness kind of also plays into Alex's innocence as a child and as, I assume, a victim of the ploy that is happening here.
Very much so. He's being coerced into a lot of things.
Yeah.
And he's just a little guy. I think he's in like second or third grade.
Yeah, this kid's 7.
Yeah, he's going through a lot. There's a scene where like his parents are like catatonic in some sense. But they still need to be like fed and like washed and stuff like that.
Gross.
So he does the like
that was a joke. I'm not saying that in a real way at all. I'm sorry. But
screw those parents. What did they ever do for him? You know, he doesn't need to take care of them. Yeah. And he goes to the store in like a Kevin McAllister Home Alone kind of way.
Nice.
But instead of it being like a moment of empowerment for Kevin McAllister, he just buys like 20 cans of soup and then just heats up the soup in the microwave and then just slowly and sadly feeds his parents some soup. Yeah.
Oh no.
It's the movie is like every like maybe 20-30 minutes like it switches to a different character's POV. And you get like insight into scenes that you didn't have insight into before but have seen before. Alex's scenes made me so sad.
Yeah.
This poor kid.
Now I think that really helps make a good horror of
Agreed.
like the depth of emotion. Of,
Very
like,
sympathetic.
Here we're gonna take a break from the stuff and show the stakes of sadness in this film.
100%.
Also, I didn't get just how gummy those teeth were until you really showed what were gums and what were teeth.
She's real gummy.
Oh,
I think makes her look even more creepy and even more compelling.
ugh. You know, with all the talks of plants, I
Yep.
was like ready for like greens and stuff coming in, and with how much green we use on this channel,
It's true.
You've seen it.
Yeah.
But no, this is so upsettingly red.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
There will be some greens coming in a little later.
Yay!
They are upsetting greens.
Oh,
I love warm greens, you know, because they look
Oh.
gross all the time.
like you microwaved my green.
Exactly.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
And it's
this
like
way.
tinged with yellow now, and it smells weird.
It's like, chartreuse, you're doing fine, but like when it still feels like a green,
Yeah,
and then it's
agreed. Like in context, like a beautiful, like sunny, grassy field is delightful. If you're just slapping like a green yellow like on a blank canvas, it's nasty.
disgusting.
I remember hearing from someone a few years ago that warm green reminds them of like hospital interiors.
Yeah,
And I lead my life with that.
phlegm,
Phlegm.
hot green.
Exactly.
Imagine not having opinions on color. Imagine like I feel like
I could never.
I think most people subconsciously have opinions on color. I think
Yeah.
that's a very like almost. I feel like no humans don't have subconscious opinions on color, but imagine having not having conscious opinions on colors. Like that might not be a majority of people thing to do.
It's weird. And like I find myself as an artist being like, you know, colors are a tool in your toolbox, and you're gonna use each of them. I don't care for orange.
How dare you?
I
First
know.
of all,
I really like yellow.
I use so
I
much.
really
orange.
like red.
I think I use more yellow than orange these days, but I plan so many characters in comics around orange
Yeah.
and yellow, specifically because of how much flack they get. How
Heck
many
yeah.
people like look at me. Someone once told me that like orange is their least favorite color, and then a few days later they told me that like orange perfectly fits my aura.
Oh no.
Like it's like I see you as orange, but they were saying it so nicely.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't think they were trying to
I
insult
hope
me.
not.
But I was like, okay, well,
Oh, we got some green coming in.
but you know,
It's like microwaved like spinach.
it is microwaved spinach.
Yeah.
It's like you
nasty.
saved a salad, forgot about it for a week in the back of your fridge.
Yeah.
And then you found this soggy stuff and were like, let me just heat this up
Agreed.
to make it more edible.
100% agree. Green's a good color.
Green is delightful.
Because it can be so delightful.
So
It can
yeah,
be so delightful.
I'm
and so
definitely
gross.
I am of the mindset that of like I am pro like when it comes to paints.
Yeah.
Like this is about my true opinion about color and paint. I'm like every color is good. I don't like to clean my brushes.
I don't either.
While painting.
Or my palette.
Not because of laziness, because I like the way the colors mix over top of each other.
Oh.
There's two very different schools of thought about that in the painting side. I'm of the quote, I don't know who said it first, but I remember something was like, give me like the color of mud and I'll make it the skin of Venus.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's like
That's powerful.
because like yeah, the other side that's like clean your brush after every stroke is
Yeah.
like your colors will get muddy if they mix. And
Yeah.
this guy's like, I'll take that mud and make it the goddess of love, baby.
Heck yeah. It's not the tool, it's how you use the tool.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely that way. Like there's a time for cleaning your brushes and when you want it to be perfect, but I just think you get so many effects in depth if you are using two different colors or more on one brush at the same time.
Heck yeah. Coloring in these leaves was so painstaking, and I
Yeah.
hated it the entire time.
You hated it the whole time.
The whole time. We were watching Superman. We were in the same room while we were
Yeah.
audience while we were coloring these. So if you see any pauses, it's because we were watching Superman.
Yeah.
But like, god dang, I
Same-
think it looks real good.
Same for
but I
my
don't
next
like it.
drawing. I
Yeah.
can't wait to point out the same Superman pauses. I think every speed draw we've released,
Mm-hmm.
like the first 3 speed draws we've released have all been drawn to Superman.
It's a pattern, certainly. It's a good movie too.
It's a good movie. movie.
Everyone go see Superman. You've probably already seen
Yeah,
it. If you haven't, go
marry
see it.
that kid's hair to the spinach.
Yes. Yes. And I wanted to make Gladys pop out more.
Yeah.
Because she's so nasty and red.
Girl,
Ugh.
you're so nasty.
The woman who plays Gladys, I can't remember her name. It's Amy something. She seems lovely. She seems delightful.
Yeah.
She talked a little bit about how like she feels like Gladys is like a very misunderstood character and like has gone through a lot to get to this point. And I'm like 100% yeah. She still kind of sucks a little bit.
It sounds like she sucks a lot.
Yeah. it was I was intentionally understating it.
Coming from someone who hasn't watched the movie.
Yeah. She's a fun character though.
She is a real character.
Yeah.
Real card of that child napper.
It's true. That child weaponizer.
Yeah. A blur.
Yeah. So I wanted to render everything kind of very straightforward, like not really blending anything. And then I wanted to change it up for Alex just to separate him that much further.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Because the idea is like she's taking him along for this ride and like all these horrible things are happening because of her. And he is just being brought along, but like looking at the viewer being like, hey, I don't want to be here. Help me, please.
That Tom Cardy audio of like, I try blinking to communicate.
Exactly. Yeah. And you'll see it in a second. Or maybe I've already done it. I tried going red here to saturate it a little more, and I was like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. Let me get rid of that. Yeah. I made the eye a little smaller just to communicate panic a little more.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like the iris?
Yes.
Yes, that's really good.
Yeah, because it was fine where it was, and then we get a little redder just to marry it in with the rest of the piece a little more. Detail the eye just a touch more.
Good job getting those children running along the bottom frame into.
Thanks.
That's nice.
Originally, the thing on the bottom is a clock, and originally they were running along the clock, because the significant
like on the lower line.
But I wanted to have them kind of running in front of the text a little bit, but I didn't think it looked very good, so I put them on top. Yeah,
on top, I think that's where their silhouettes can really shine.
Agreed.
And like doesn't interrupt the legibility of the text. I do like a little bit of text overlap, but here was the right time for them to be running that way. Really makes it feel like they're getting out.
Heck yeah. Yeah. And yeah, there's a little bit of text overlap afterwards. I very quickly threw in some text down there, but that's going to get changed a lot.
Yay!
We're rendering out a beautiful bell.
Yay! Like the one that crushed Ernesto de la Cruz.
Oh,
this guy doesn't watch Coco. This guy doesn't watch Coco Pixar every year.
It's true. I saw Coco once.
No.
Like the year after it came out.
Yeah, man, that guy got killed by a bell. It fell on him.
That sucks for him. Well, no. Wasn't he the bad guy?
Spoilers for Coco.
Spoilers for Coco. So
Ernesto de la Cruz is the bad guy.
We're just spoiling.
It was not a spoiler that he's killed by a bell. That happens very early.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, now I'm coloring in the glasses, trying to differentiate them a little bit.
The reflection work in there is great.
Thank you.
What are we?
That's Alex's house.
Yes, that was my question. My question: what are we reflecting here?
Yeah. And that's where Gladys is pretending to be his aunt. So while his parents are catatonic, she's just like in charge of his life.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "You'll go to school, you'll do all this, blah blah blah." And yeah, so that's. And I decided
to communicate.
Yeah. So I decided I didn't like the text, so I decided to hand letter it, just kind of like messy.
Yeah.
And I kept the glow just to kind of give me a rough outline of where it would be. The children are running. Alex is looking real sad. And yeah, that's it.
That's it?
That's my poster.
Wow.
Thank you for looking at my poster.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't you look at it and see beauty, guys? Oh, so did you not keep the green in the glasses?
No, I didn't, unfortunately. Cause like, I don't know, it stood out a little too much in a way where I wanted it to be a little more graphic.
I agree with you, actually. Like, when you first started laying it in, I was like, that's gonna look cool. But then, like, you're right, you zoomed out, and it was like, the background is its own layer, Alex is his own layer. That would, and like, she is her own layer. The green and the things kind of messed up that layer. It made it feel like there was another layer happening in the middle, which kind of punched a hole through the effect.
Yeah.
So like, I think you were right to do this.
Heck yeah, I appreciate you saying that. You're welcome. And then I threw a little gradient in behind the branches and leaves just to kind of separate it a little more. And then yeah, we did the weapons.
You did the weapons.
Whoa.
I was uninvolved, police, if you're asking about the weapons. I voted halberd.
Yeah, unfortunately a little too archaic, probably.
Yeah, I don't know where I'd get a halberd.
Who does?
Probably the Renaissance
this
Fest.
time of year. Yeah.
I see them with all them swords. But sorry, that's good. That's not involved. Excuse me. It's a tangent.
Anyway, thank you for joining us on this speed draw through a bit of a spooky movie.
Yeah, the spookiest.
Whoa.
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Let us know what you think down in the comments, and like and subscribe to see more videos.
Yeah, let us know if you have any recommendations of what we could draw. And fear not the dark, but don't let the cold claim you.
Goodbye, everybody.